Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about this voting poll that CM Yuri posted up yesterday. But before we get into that, I do want to touch on this little event that we have going on right here, the Protect the Cake from the Ghost. This is a nice little event, very easy. You're only going to need 3,000 CP to complete this thing. Very simple. You got skip tickets, capsules, and all-stars, so make sure you're playing this. Plus, this is the last day for the Catch the Pumpkin Head, so make sure you do this as well. It's also the last day for Halloween Chris to be in the chance up. So there's a good chance. I mean, we don't know this for sure, but everybody's pretty much speculating that Mr. Karate is going to come in the next banner, and I'm pretty sure he will too, to be perfectly honest with y'all. Now let's check out this voting poll. And this is really freaking cool. This is really cool. So, hello, this is Sam Yuri. Is there a fighter who you think needs improvement? Yes, there's a few actually in the King of Fighter All-Star. Or do you have any fighter in mind that you want to appear as a Fest fighter? Yeah. There's a couple. The reason for asking the questions is to hear your opinions on the improvement of the Fest fighter and the launch of the new Fest fighters. Tell us your opinion about existing Fest fighters that needs improvement, and share with us the KOF fighter that you want to meet as Fest fighters. Hell yeah. And I think this is fantastic. This really shows a lot of good faith and goodwill from Netmarble. It actually shows that they seem to care about our old characters, the characters that we really love, the KOF originals. I mean, you know, we get the new All-Stars, and that's great, and we love them too, but it's really nice to see that they're willing to buff an old character. King of the Fighters All-Star Survey. Fighter you wish to improve. Among the Fest fighter listed in the survey below, please choose the fighter you think needs to be improved, or that you want the fighter you love to be a little stronger and show great performance in battle. Based on the survey results, the improvement may be made in the future. Also share with us how we can improve the fighter in the comment section, and we'll check it. So you can put your input as far as what you think could, maybe different effects that fighters could use in the game. That's pretty cool. It's nice to know that they want feedback from us. I mean, I really like it. I like that they try to interact with us, try to communicate with us in order to make this game better. To me, that just shows they care. And even if they don't care, at least they're showing it. They're making an attempt, which is really sweet. KOF Series fighter you wish to be a Fest fighter. Go in the survey below, write the fighter you want to participate as a Fest fighter in the King of Fighters All-Star. In the future, the new Fest fighter may appear in the King of Fighter All-Star based on the survey results. Please understand that it is difficult to apply the survey results if the fighter did not appear in the original KOF series. So, they give us some nice little choices. You got Orochi Leona, Orochi Yashiro, Orochi Chris, Orochi, 2000 the clone, 2001 original, Ignatz, Ash, Mukai, Terry, and Nest Style Kill. In all honesty, really all of these characters could be stronger in all reality. I mean, they all could be stronger. I think the question a lot of players are going to ask themselves, which ones were really the most deserving? And that's really just a matter of opinion, which character really, for a lot of players, this is going to come down to their favorite character. If your favorite character is Leona, more than likely you're probably going to vote for Leona. If your favorite character is Ignatz, more than likely you're going to vote for Ignatz. For me, on this list, Kyo's pretty much my favorite. He's pretty much my favorite. I love Mukai too. In all honesty, I love them all. But Kyo's the one that I would vote for. And I think a lot of people really might vote for Kyo because he's the main protagonist of the franchise. I mean, he's the big guy. I mean, he's the one. And he really deserves to be better because his kit is okay. He has good damage, but he lacks survivability, and honestly, a little bit more damage wouldn't hurt him. He really needs some immunity or hyper armor, some kind of good core effect for CC, something that would really help him become stronger and put him up in the meta, because that's where Kyo belongs. He belongs in the meta. And in all honesty, all these characters do. I mean, I love Mukai. He's one of my favorites as well. I mean, Mukai, you could just increase his animations. Just increase his animations and make it to where he's immune to petrify. I mean, he really should be immune to petrify. Terry, they should just give him his damn knockdown back, his 2-second knockdown. They took that away in an update, and I don't know why they ever did that, because it wasn't like Terry was OP before. He's a good character, but it wasn't like he was OP. And in all honesty, Terry, in the game itself and all the PvE game modes, he's not really that useful. He is to a point, but you're going to reach a point or a level in the game where you've played for so long, and you're going to realize that he just isn't that good. And for PvP, he's a pretty decent character, but he's not top tier by any means. I had him rated as top tier months and months ago, but he just isn't there anymore. And really, if for him to get some shine, being in the meta would be nice. It really would be nice to see Terry be in the meta. Ash, that's another one. That's another one that really should be stronger than what he is. Really just give him some damn ignore guard. Give him ignore guard, one of his skills, and he'd be way better. Honestly, if they just did that, he would be way, way better instead of relying on that 10% chance from a Ryugo set. Ignis, all Ignis needs is a little bit better survivability. If he had a core like Pretty Zeros where he could get 2 seconds of damage immunity from the beginning and maybe on like a 19-second cooldown, I don't think that would be overpowered at all for Ignis. A 19-second cooldown with a 2-second immunity, I don't think that'd be that bad. Or just give him a decreased damage received on one skill, something like that. I mean, he's just a little bit tankier. That's kind of the thing that's holding him back, because he's really just a glass cannon, unfortunately. Original Zero, his biggest problem is his second skill is just way too slow. It can be dodged. I mean, that's his ignore guard skill, and it can be dodged. And if it was faster, if it was on the same speed as Pretty Zeros, he would be so much more deadly. He'd be so much better. And honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him get just a little bit of a damage bump. A little bit of a damage bump, to be perfectly honest. 2000 Zero, the clone. This is the character that we can get from the game for free in the relay dungeons. Really just give him some ignore guard. Give him some ignore guard. He's a pretty tanky character. He combos well. But just give him some ignore guard. He's already got a nice heal. Resets active skills from his core effect. Actually a good character, but he just isn't in the meta because he relies on the Ryugo set. You'll find a lot of characters, when you got to put Ryugos on them. I mean, there are exceptions like Nameless. Even Nameless without a Ryugo is very, very dangerous. But some of these characters, they're not as dangerous. They just don't build up their PG as fast. They just don't do as much damage. And they really, really need that damn ignore guard. We'll come back to 97 Orochi. Orochi Chris, Orochi Chris is actually already very relevant in the game because of his burn explosion. The thing about Chris is he just lacks survivability. He does have ignore guard, which is really great. He does have the burn explosion. But really, just give him a little immunity if you're ever going to give him anything. Yashiro, honestly, guys, Yashiro's the worst character on this list. He truly needs something. I mean, really, all of these characters, all the Hakishu need a little something. They all need a little something, for sure. They're really weak compared to the other Fest characters. I mean, they're decent. Like, Orochi Chris is actually useful in the game, but because he's a yellow balance fighter, he's really only good for the one immortal boss. I can't remember which one, but he's good for immortal boss because of the burn explosion. Well, it might be good for the guild raid as well. I haven't tried him out. And then 97 Orochi Yashiro just really isn't good for anything. They need to make him just faster. They need to set him up to where his grab skill can ignore super armor, similar to like the WWE characters. That would make him way better. I mean, those two things, faster animation, faster startup, ignore super armor maybe when he gets below a certain amount of HP or something like that. Just something to make him better would be really, really nice. Leona just needs more damage. She needs more damage, something fierce. Orochi Leona just isn't very strong. And in all honesty, it wouldn't hurt to have a little immunity on her either. And these are just some suggestions that Netmarble could do for all these characters. Now let's come back to 97 Orochi. 97 Orochi, in my opinion, and this is difficult for me to say because I really want Kyo to get buffed. For me, I want Kyo to get buffed, something fierce. But 97 Orochi really does deserve to be the strongest character in this game because he's the strongest character in the franchise. Orochi is a god. Orochi is one with nature. Orochi is, I mean, he is the serpent, right? He's the freaking end all be all of bosses in KOF. And he really should be stronger. And they could definitely make him stronger by lowering his cooldowns, increasing his animations, change that stupid ignore guard from his second skill to a much faster animation, and to make it to where it's a 100% chance to ignore guard from any distance. You know, similar like to Gintoki, where Gintoki's first skill shoots that sword all the way across the screen. Something like that, where it'll ignore guard, but 100% chance. Or make him to where he's immune to dot damage. I mean, there's all kinds of things they could do to separate him from everybody else. You know, make him immune to buff removals. For example, Mature, her hyper armor removal or super armor removal, she can't do it to Orochi. And I know that would be overpowered, but it's Orochi. Orochi's supposed to be overpowered. He's supposed to be, well, I keep saying he's gender neutral, but it is supposed to be overpowered. So for me, you know, my vote's definitely probably going to be going on Orochi, even though I really would want Kyo to get buffed. Because I love Kyo, he's the main protagonist of the franchise, and I would really love to get him buffed. Honestly, I'd love to see all these characters get buffed. I think they all need a little something to really be in the meta, because none of these characters are in the meta. None of them. And I really would love to see, you know, all of them be in there, because these are some really OP characters from the games. And then write the name of the fighter you wish to see as best fighter. Man, this is completely, I mean, we all have our certain fighters we love. There's always the characters we love and we want to play with. I mean, I know a lot of people really want Shun A from King of Fighter 14. You know, a lot of people want Fest Mai, Fest King. There's all kinds. I mean, there's going to be people that's going to want, you know, Fest Chin. There's going to be people that's going to want Fest Goro, Fest Kim, the male version. I mean, there's so many. I can't even begin to go over all of the characters that people would want. But for me, it's Nightmare Geese. Now, I know. We already have, you know, Geese in the game, and we already have Lady Geese in the game, but Nightmare Geese is one of my favorites from King of Fighter 14. I think he's absolutely amazing and freaking just a bad, you know what, character. I love Geese, and I really would love to see Nightmare Geese come to this game. I mean, if there was a Nightmare Rugal, I'd be voting for him. But Nightmare Geese would be absolutely insane for me. So this is the route that I'm going. So when we take a look at the list here, we see that Leona's got 7%, Yashiro's got 6%, Chris has got 1%, Orochi's got 30%, 2, 6, 5, 4, 4, 7, wow, and Kyo, yeah. And I think a lot of people agreed, I guess, you know, with what I was saying, that, you know, Kyo and Orochi really, I mean, you know, the main protagonist and the main baddie of the franchise. You know, people just want to be buffed. Not to say that all these other characters don't deserve it, because they do. They definitely deserve it and really would love to see it. So let me know in the comments who you voted for and why you voted for them. And, you know, who was the character that you decided to put in for the new Fest Fighter. And look at this. No dislikes, all likes, and happiness. And that's the way it should be in the game, unlike some other games that I play. Real quickly, I do want to do something for all of you. I want to go ahead. We got this 5 to 6 star battle card summon ticket today. I'm going to go ahead and collect that. And we're just going to go ahead and do that pull so I can share that with all of you. Okay. Let's see. Where you at, buddy? All right. Let's see what we get. We'll just do all 5 at once. Hopefully we get something good. That'd be really awesome. By the way, let me know in the comments what you got here as well. Okay. No. 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 I mean, This last card might be useful. I don't know if I have it or not. Okay, sweet. So I needed that card, so that finishes this set for gold gain. So hell yeah. I can slap these cards on one of my gold gain characters and gain a little extra gold. So that's actually really good. Oh, I'll take it. I will take it. These other cards I already have. What's this one on here? Don't really need it. So again, let me know in the comments who you voted for, what fast character you'd like to see come into the game, and what did you get from the card voucher. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.